Are you even living if you're not getting chased by bulls as a side quest with your friends?
Huh?
Hi, Jad.
Hi, Mahmoud.
Okay, so on today's episode, we have a movie that we've watched earlier this weekend. The name is Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara. What do you think? First, let's rate the movie out of 10.
Yeah,
In
let's start by
3,
rating the movie. 3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
It's a
It's a 7 out
7.5.
of 10. Yeah,
7.5.
that's fair.
That is fair.
It was a good watch.
Look, it's a turn your brain off and
Yeah.
watch movie.
It's
I
a fun
actually
watch.
liked it. It's
Yeah.
a fun watch. In terms of, what are your pros for in terms of the movie?
I actually have some pros for the films. For a 7 out of 10, I have some.
Really good pros.
Yeah, some
exactly.
good pros.
Same.
Yeah. The first thing I want to point out is how the humor in the film feels forced. It's on point.
100% agree.
Yeah, it's grounded in the characters. Like
Yeah.
this is how the characters act. They're trying to show you their how they are in their life. So I think that it's perfect. The humor never gets like not good at some point.
Especially the chemistry between the actors.
Exactly.
Farhan
Yeah.
Akhtar, Heritic Roshan. I don't even know what the
Yeah.
third actor's name is, but like they did a really good job in terms
Exactly.
of chemistry because there are three friends who are supposed to be going on this trip.
Yeah.
Just for context for the people out watching us, three best friends. They're having their bachelor weekend for their
Yep.
best friend since he's getting married. And there's this chemistry and there's this tension between a couple of friends.
Yep. Exactly.
Since I'm not gonna be spoiling.
That's actually what's very interesting in the film is that they're trying to tackle multiple things.
Exactly.
Like each one of the characters has something. Like one of them suffers from depression.
Yep.
One of them has the avoidance of feelings thing.
Exactly.
The guy with the blue eyes. I
Yeah,
forgot his
Heritic
name. Yeah.
Roshan.
Yeah. Also, one of them has like the fear
Yeah,
of
man,
commitment.
that guy's body is too. His body, man. Yeah, makes me feel.
What's up
Makes
with
me
the
feel like a
actors?
wuss.
Also one of them has like the fear of commitment issues. So they're trying to tackle multiple issues in each character.
Which is
yeah,
amazing.
it turned out
It's
great.
the film is very heartfelt. It's very heartwarming, and as you said, it tackles these consequences that each character is feeling, and in terms of acting, who do you like the best in terms of?
The guy that had problems with his dad.
Yeah, Farhan Akhtar.
Yeah, this is Farhan
He's
Akhtar.
the same
Yeah.
actor that played Bahag Milka Bahag, by
Yeah.
the way.
He was really good in
yeah,
that role.
He was really good and he was
Yeah.
really funny. To
Yep.
me,
Yeah,
he
he was
actually
really
made me
funny,
laugh a lot.
You can actually see like the fear of commitment in his jokes. Like he's the kind of
Exactly.
guy in the group that always like makes jokes and always trying to.
Yeah, like
so
you.
you can.
Since your dad
Yeah.
left you too.
Okay.
Yeah, his acting was on top.
Yeah.
And as you said, nothing is forced. Even in
Yeah.
his joking, it all feels natural throughout the movie.
Even
and
like
I
their
really love
bond.
that.
Their bond in the film, it feels earned.
Exactly.
Yeah, like you've known these guys and they actually.
That's what I love. Is that, by the way, I really did love something. The tension that was between Farhan Akhtar and Heritic Roshan, since they had a bit of a consequence
Yeah.
4 years ago, before they even showed us what happened with them in terms of the movie. You can feel that throughout the movie, they didn't tell us what the problem was, but like throughout building up their conversations, it led to a point, a
Yep.
climax point, and they said what the problem was, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah,
The film feels comforting in a weird way. I don't know how, but it's comforting.
I didn't expect to like it that much.
Yeah.
By the way, it's it's a 7.5 out of 10 movie. I don't have problems with the
Yeah.
movie, but like
I do have some. I'm gonna start with one
Okay.
of them that we've talked about this before, and yet again the lover story in the film doesn't make any
it's
sense.
It's always gonna be.
It doesn't
like
make any sense. It feels useless, and the female character was very underwritten. So
Okay.
this is a problem that's being repeated in multiple films with South Asian
I
films. we're watching.
disagree. I disagree with one female character, the one that was actually the love interest of Heritic Roshan.
Yeah,
the
no,
blue-eyed-
I felt she was underwritten, and
No, man, she actually had a good role in the movie.
she's
She-
just supporting. They're always supporting the
I get
main.
you.
Yeah, always like the female supporting cast is like just supporting the male. And
get that.
yeah, they don't have like you can't see the depth of their character. They don't
No
have
spotlight.
There are no layers to their characters. They just exist in the film, which I don't like. I've always
I agree to
seen
that.
this. Yeah,
But like I do think that the supporting actress that actually met Hritik Roshan and actually had this love
They
interest
were
between
good.
them.
They were
really good.
Yeah. Also as acting, they were really good. But
But you
like I
think
just
that-
don't like the writing.
Okay.
Yeah, I preferred like
fair.
I preferred a good cast and a good story. All the characters you have like all the characters rounded up. Like they have good stories. They have layers.
Yeah,
Each one of them had like the background. They're just not there to support someone.
I get you. Look, we've watched like multiple Indian, Pakistani, and Bangladesh background movies. I haven't seen till now a lead actress in a role,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
yeah,
Which is really crazy.
that's true.
And there are some, of course, but like
Joyland actually, the characters were written really good. Everyone.
yeah, but still, it wasn't a lead actress.
Yeah,
she
I
was
know.
a supporting actress.
Yeah.
She had a huge role in the film.
Yeah.
But like, I wanna see a lead actress, man. I
Yeah.
wanna see her on screen all the time. You know.
Do you have any problems with the film, by the way?
I don't have problems with the film. The thing is, it's like saying I have problems with Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just it's a fun film
Yeah.
to watch. I'm not gonna rate it a 10 out of 10, but
Yeah.
it doesn't deserve more than that.
I have something else, which is the predictability of the structure. It's a very predictable movie.
Again.
It's the road trip, the life-changing road trip.
Right.
Yeah, and there's like we've seen this trope multiple times. Like we've seen
Right.
it a lot. So yeah, it was very predictable. As I was watching, I was like, yeah, that's gonna happen, and it happened. So
Fair.
Yeah,
fair.
which is
Look,
very
man.
predictable,
Look,
yeah.
most of these films are predictable, as you said, but like. Even if they are predictable, doesn't mean that they're not a good watch.
Yeah.
I'd be
Yeah,
more
that's
than
true.
glad to
That's
actually
true.
watch this
Yeah.
kind of
This is
film
why
with
I
a
gave it a
family,
7. Like yeah, it is predictable, but at the same time, it's very fun.
Exactly.
So yeah, but it also has like my main problem with it is it feels way too pretty for the issues that it's trying to tackle.
Yeah.
Like it's trying to show that guy with the fear of commitment. It's trying to show that guy with like his problem and that problem. These problems shouldn't be romanticized
I get that.
and we shouldn't see them like that pretty. And the film is way too pretty.
But at some point they do
Luxurious
tackle.
traveling and-
But they do tackle these problems in a good way. Let's say Hritik Roshan, by showing us that he's someone that just focuses on his work. He had left his spoiler alert. He had just left his ex. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was his fiance or his girlfriend, but like because he doesn't even have time for his relationship, and he meets this woman that makes him get out of that box, stop answering his phone calls that are work related on his
Yeah.
trip.
Still, the film
Same thing.
feels yeah.
It does romanticize it sometimes.
It's not just about romanticizing it. It's just like way too pretty, like the luxurious traveling and like traveling through Spain, and it's like it doesn't.
Well, at
feel
the end,
like
they're going for a bachelor party. It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
I know.
this is their lifestyle.
Yeah.
But at the end, it's like you're watching, I don't know, a romantic Hollywood movie,
Yeah.
like The Notebook,
yeah.
which I'm not comparing this to The Notebook, but like it's they have to romanticize everything.
Yeah. And my
Uh,
last problem with it is that it's the pacing. It's way too long.
No,
It's almost 3
No.
hours. No, low. It's almost 3 hours.
come on, man.
No, it's
Yeah,
almost.
it's a good movie. It's a good runtime for this movie. It's about 2 hours and a half.
No, it's almost 3 hours.
2 hours 33 minutes
No.
on the dot.
2 hours 45.
On the dot.
Okay, whatever.
Look, I'm 2 hours and 33 minutes.
Okay, still it's way too
2
long.
hours and 33 minutes.
Okay. Okay. We get it.
It's a good runtime for such a movie. You want it to
It becomes boring. Like, come on. Like, okay, it's fun and everything, but like, it's just stop at some point. Like,
do you have anything to add?
nope, I'm
Okay.
done.
We're gonna jump to the most highly anticipated segment.
a night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're gonna jump to that.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to do
so
this.
What a series! First of all, we're gonna be rating the series.
Yep.
You haven't watched the last episode.
Yeah, I still have the last episode.
Okay.
I watched the fifth 1 till 5.
Okay. So
We're not gonna talk about the 6th episode because I don't want to.
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't want
spoil
any
it for you. That's
spoilers.
okay.
Nope. Don't.
I'm gonna rate the series out of 10.
Okay.
You can rate the series out of 10 too, because you know the last episode is kind of an epilogue,
Okay.
telling you.
I'm gonna rate up until episode 5.
No, okay,
Yeah.
perfect. 3, 2, 1. It's a 10.
It's a 10?
Yeah, it's a 10.
Damn.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna say a 9.
No, it's a 10.
It's really good, but
It's
like, is it
really
a 10?
good. It is a 10. In terms
I
of
think
like,
that episode 5 is a 10 out of 10.
it is a 10. Even episode 4, it kind of breaks it and
Yeah.
puts it out for a 10 for me. I know the first couple of episodes they're a fun watch, but like if you actually rewatch them after watching the whole series, there's this huge build-up for Dunk and Egg.
Yeah, I know.
They were amazing.
It's insane.
You know, 6 episodes. Every episode is about half an hour,
Yeah.
25 to 30 minutes, and you're just
It's
hooked
perfect.
with these characters.
It's
man.
perfect.
This standalone series,
Yeah.
away from the throne.
It's always the standalone series. It's always
Exactly.
it's always
Andor,
the
let's say.
spin-offs. Yeah,
Exactly. It's
just
always
like
the
Andor.
spin-off. So from my side, what I love is that they show you this standalone picture about Dunk, who is this. They actually talk about Dunk in Game of Thrones, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Joffrey is talking to Sir Jaime Lannister, and he's going through the book.
Oh,
And he's
when you
like-
said, I imagined the book.
Yeah, he's going through the book, and he's like, "Oh, Sir Duncan the Tall. 4 pages for Sir Duncan the Tall must have been a night."
Oh.
And so they say. That's what Jaime
That's
Lannister
so
says.
cool.
Yeah, it is so cool. They talk a lot about Sir Duncan. They talk a lot about Rhaenyra Targaryen.
Yeah.
About House of the Dragon.
I
They even-
haven't seen House of
he-
the Dragon.
He even spoils House of the Dragon. Joffrey
Really?
spoils House of the Dragon. He's like, "Yeah, Rhaenyra Targaryen was eaten by her dragon." Oh, why would you say that? Yeah. So let's circle back to Night of the Seven Kingdoms. You know,
I think that Egg and Dunk has the best chemistry in all of the Game of Thrones
they
universe.
do have the best chemistry.
I haven't seen a chemistry like that in the whole universe. Like,
Yeah,
okay,
in the whole
I haven't seen House of the Dragon, but I didn't see that in Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I didn't see that chemistry between.
To be honest, you're
two
not gonna be seeing any fun scenes and fun chemistry between
Yeah.
a couple of characters in House of the Dragon. It's more serious.
Yeah.
It's even more serious than Game of Thrones. From my side, I do agree. It's one of the best duos we have in the franchise.
Yep.
They execute everything so perfectly.
For the very little amount of time that we've seen them,
Yeah.
and for the chemistry that they had
Get
together,
hooked.
yeah, it's actually insane how they pulled that off with the writing. Like we didn't see that in Game of Thrones actually.
Cinematography was amazing.
Yep.
Jokes, when they were
Yeah.
putting out jokes, they weren't forced.
Yeah,
which
I
was
think that
amazing to me.
this is also like something really good in the show is that like instead of the usual Game of Thrones stuff like the epic battles and the dragons,
Exactly.
it's just very intimate and it's funny and it's humorous, but it
Exactly.
works. It works perfectly, which I did not expect to work. Like how can you do humor in Game of Thrones?
The first trailer I saw for this series, I wasn't hyped at all, and I even told you I don't know if this is gonna be something I'd watch.
Same. Yeah.
Because they're trying to make something funny out of this, and I don't know if I'm gonna take it seriously since I've
Yeah.
watched Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon. But like when I started watching the series, I got
It's
so hooked.
actually
Especially
insane.
that they,
Yeah.
they HBO put these episodes week by
Yeah.
week. I got hooked, man. One of the episodes that actually made me laugh is the beginning of episode 2, which we're not gonna talk about, but like it was.
Oh my god, dude. Thank God that was a prop.
It was
by
a
the way.
prop.
Yeah.
But like,
That
wow,
was insane.
that was insane.
Yeah, we didn't have to see that.
I did not have to see that.
I didn't know. I was forced to see it. It just popped.
It's like the first 3 seconds of the episode.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's happening? So let's talk about more in depth about
Yeah.
episode 4 and 5. From my side, the build-up we had in episode 4 was one of the best episodes in the Game of Thrones franchise.
I agree.
All the way, they were building up through these first episodes that, Sir Duncan, he was the squire of Sir Alan
Yep,
of Pennytree.
Penetry.
Yeah, and he's always wanted to be a knight.
Yep.
He wanted to play a tourney, to actually win in a tourney as a knight. He goes around asking, higher
For someone to
to actually
Yeah.
to actually put him in a tourney, to have him under their name,
so he can play.
so he can
Yeah.
play in the tourney. and you know it all goes to that point. You know, before a night when Aryan Targaryen. You know
Yep.
the Targaryens, man.
Yeah.
They're always
I,
there.
I want to watch House of the Dragon. By the way, do these everything happens before House of the Dragon or after?
No, this is after House of the Dragon.
Oh,
By the
okay.
way, Maekar Targaryen, Maekar, which is the brother of Baylor,
Yeah.
the father of Aryan. He is actually the father of Aemon Targaryen, the Maester in Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, I
The
remember.
old guy
Yeah.
in Castle Black.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's his father. He's ex-brother.
The relationships are like,
It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm lost right now. Yeah.
So
Oh,
ye-
okay, yeah, I get it.
Egg
Yeah, yeah.
is his brother,
Yeah, yeah,
and you
yeah.
know their
I got it,
Maekar is
yeah.
their father.
Yeah.
Besides that,
I think that this is what makes it an amazing show and a 9 out of 10, and for you a 10 out of 10, and for a lot of people it's a 10 out of 10. What makes it is the slowly building the atmosphere, and it doesn't rely on like the battles and the CGI. It's just
Exactly.
it's building this atmosphere slowly, and you get episode 5 and it's the most insane thing you've seen.
dude.
Yeah, yeah. it's crazy good.
Before I talk about episode 5, you know, in terms of the Targaryens that we actually saw on the show, who was your favorite?
The Targaryens?
Yeah.
I hate the Targaryens, so
No,
but yeah,
Baylor.
yeah, Baylor was really good. Yeah.
You know, I've seen a couple of TikToks talking about him in the books. He had so much aura
Yeah.
getting into that battlefield in the tourney. Actually, saying, spoiler alert, guys.
Yeah.
Saying, I will take Sir Duncan's side. I
But
had
the
such
way
goosebumps.
the
man.
way he died is very sad.
It's very sad. It's
Yeah.
his brother,
Yeah.
bro.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Oops.
Whoops.
Look, if you haven't watched this
you
series,
you said spoiler alert
yeah,
before.
I said,
okay. Yeah.
He hit him with the mace on his head because he
Yeah.
was actually wearing his son's.
I was not expecting. He just went in and he was talking normally.
Did you hear
and
the sound effect?
Yeah,
When he
yeah,
when
yeah,
he
yeah, yeah.
removed his helm,
yeah,
there's this squishy sound.
Yep.
That was crazy. I'm like, please no. He's like, my finger feels like.
Yeah.
My fingers feel like what? I'm like, please no, please don't
The,
die.
yeah, the fact that they pay attention to these details, like
These
the-
small
he-
details are
he
amazing.
said that, yeah, the moment he said my fingers like feel like wood, I realized that there's something
There's
wrong.
something
I
wrong.
think the guy is dying, and then a huge chunk of his head is like off.
Missing.
Yeah,
This I actually remembered Vince Gilligan's Breaking Bad when Gus
Yeah.
actually had half a face removed. Didn't you get amazed that? Oh, you haven't watched the last episode. I can say that. Okay.
yeah,
Okay, I'm not gonna spoil
yeah.
that.
No spoilers.
But like all in all, I'm gonna tell you something. The finale is amazing.
Yeah.
There's nothing grand in the finale, but the way they put things, the way
Is
they
there a
ended-
season 2?
There is season 2, season 3.
Cool.
I guess season 4, season 5.
Oh,
They're
nice.
gonna take.
Let's
up
hope they don't do a season 8 of Game of Thrones at some point.
exactly.
Yeah.
But like they're trying to build up this series about Duncan Egg to actually show you how Egg is going to be
Yeah.
evolving
Yeah.
around the years.
Do you have any negatives in it?
It's a 10 out of 10 for me, man.
Yeah.
I have
Okay,
no
I have
negatives.
one negative.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like a Game of Thrones spin-off, and which isn't wrong.
Which isn't wrong.
Yeah, it's not wrong. But as I was watching, I forgot that I'm watching Game of Thrones. It doesn't have that.
I actually disagree.
I don't know. I didn't. It felt like a completely different universe.
Because most of the time when we were looking at Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, the main focus was the throne.
Yeah.
And having this
Yeah.
ongoing
it's-
ongoing debate on who's
It's
going
actually
to sit the
it's,
throne.
it's actually not wrong for it to feel that way. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. But I think I would have loved it more if I felt like I was watching Game of Thrones. Maybe because I miss Game of Thrones, I haven't
Yeah.
seen it in a long time. So yeah, that was my only problem with it. I
I
just
rewatch
felt
Game
like
of Thrones like every couple of months. I love the series, man. I can't wait for season 2. You
Yeah.
know, I think it's gonna start off with them going to Dorne. That's what
Yeah.
people are saying because at the end they just say we're off to Dorne or something like
Yeah.
that. But I'm really excited to see how.
same. And I want to watch House
Duncan
of the
Egg.
Dragon before continuing to season 2.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be jumping onto something related
Yeah.
to House of the Dragon later on in another episode, since season 3 trailer actually dropped, and we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about that later on.
Do you still have anything to add to the review of A Night of the Seven Kingdoms?
Yeah, you were saying something about it not feeling
Yeah.
a Game of Thrones spin-off because it's like the standalone series
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with the throne. But like that's what I actually loved about it,
Yeah.
because this series doesn't try to outdo Game of Thrones.
No, actually, I didn't hate that thing. Like, I'm gonna give you an example: the Batman
Okay.
and the Penguin.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Two amazing
and-
stories.
Yeah, and it feels like the Batman. Like it feels like you are in this universe.
Yep.
When you're watching, when you're seeing Gotham, when you're seeing the Penguin doing what he's doing.
Yep.
It feels like
You're in the Batman
you're still
universe.
in the Batman universe. Another example, I don't know.
But like when you're in the tourneys, when you're seeing Targaryens, that's
yeah,
that's Game of Thrones.
No, I actually didn't feel like I was watching Game of Thrones.
By the way, in episode 5, there was this scene when they started, when the start of episode 5, when they start the tourney, and we see his perspective through the helm.
Yeah.
I felt so
exactly.
claustrophobic.
Exactly.
Man.
You
It
feel
was
you feel
amazing.
uncomfortable.
I
Yeah.
feel uncomfortable and I'm trapped, and I can hear his breathing, and
Yep.
that was so good,
Yeah.
man. That was so good. That the way
Yeah.
they made this series, bro.
What do you think of the review bombing?
Wow. Okay.
That's the craziest topic of this week.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
So
We both know that Breaking Bad is one of
yeah, just
our
a sec
best
for the
series.
for the people who live under a rock. Because this is like the craziest topic of this week. I think it's the review bombing. So what happened is, A Night of the Seven Kingdom dropped. The episode got a 10 out of 10 on IMDb. It stayed on 10 out of 10 for like 2 days, and then Breaking Bad fans, they went in and they started review bombing, just like they did Attack on Titan, just like they did Invincible, and just like they did
Multiple series.
One Piece, just like they did a lot of other series.
Yep.
Each series that gets a 10 out of 10, Breaking Bad fans come and then they review bomb. They give 1 star, 1 star, 1 star for no apparent reason. They haven't seen the show. And
Their
it just-
apparent reason is Ozymandias.
yeah,
Which
exactly.
I love. I
They
love
don't-
Ozymandias.
Yeah, they don't want any other episode than Breaking Bad getting a 10 out of 10, so they started review bombing. But what happened was Game of Thrones fans, they
said this is
enough.
We're gonna review bomb
we're,
Ozymandias.
we're going to Ozymandias, we're going to IMDb, and we're gonna start review
For
bombing.
13 years, it was
Yeah.
the only episode that actually had a 10 out of 10 rating on top, and it's about 9.6 right now.
It's 9.5.
9.5 right now.
Yep, that's
crazy.
crazy. Do you know how many ones that is? That's like 100,001.
1-star rating. I love
It's an army.
I love the review bombings.
Yeah.
Did you see the comments? They're like 1 out of 10 for the watch.
Yeah. The North remembers.
Yeah, the North remembers. You know nothing. You know nothing.
yeah,
Breaking
yeah.
Bad fans. And
Yeah.
these review bombers, they made
It's-
my night, man.
yeah.
Look, I love Ozymandias. I love Breaking Bad, and it's one of the most perfect episodes I've watched.
Yeah.
But like, come on, man, you gotta stop doing
And
this.
yeah,
with
and it is
with
a 10 out of
series.
10. Like they did that to themselves because Ozymandias is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, and the Game of Thrones, you either win or you die, man.
and A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the last episode, the 5th episode, is also a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
So I think that Breaking Bad did that to themselves. Even like the non-toxic Breaking Bad fans, they went in and they were like, just stop. Because why are you doing this?
Us,
Just-
man.
yeah.
Us. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like,
You're
is it
so-
better? Is it better to not have a 10 out of 10 episode anymore?
like
There's
you're
no 10 out of 10 episode right now.
You're so unemployed to do that.
Crazy.
You have to be unemployed to do that.
Yeah, crazy. That's crazy.
I hope that they get together and they review bomb Stranger Things.
No, man. No, man. What do you have against that show? That show is actually really good. Season 5 was a total mess, I agree. But like the first 4 seasons were really good. You actually loved Stranger Things.
Yeah, I loved it until season 3.
What?
I liked season 4, yeah.
Yeah. What the hell did you just say? I loved it till season 3, and you know I liked season 4.
Yeah.
You liked season 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, season 4 was good, man. It was really good.
I have a agree-disagree segment only for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Okay, I
Okay,
have
I have a
I have
couple
a
of
couple of
statements.
questions too, but like you go ahead.
I'm gonna
off
start with the
yours.
first one.
Okay.
Dunk is reckless and would fail in any real knightly quest. According to what?
According to what Joffrey said,
Exactly.
I disagree.
To what Joffrey said, exactly. I disagree. I didn't know that, so I
So,
would have.
you would have
removed
agreed.
that. Yeah, I would have
agreed.
agreed because the guy was
Okay.
stupid at some point. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had 4 pages.
4 pages for Sir Duncan
Yeah.
the Tall.
Egg is too privileged to understand what it means to be a hero. Agree or disagree?
he's too privileged to understand what it is to be a hero.
Yep. I actually agree. Because
I
I
kind
think,
of agree.
yeah,
but
I think that at some point in that series we're gonna see Egg like not a good person or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Look, he's actually the father of Aerys Targaryen, the Mad King.
Yeah.
He's
Oh.
his father, I guess. Yeah,
Damn.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
The way they hook stuff, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's crazy, man. Okay, go ahead.
Sir Alan of Penetry is too harsh and strict to be a good mentor.
No, I disagree.
What?
I disagree.
Of course I agree, because if he was a good mentor, Duncan the Tall wouldn't have gone through all of this, I think.
No, if Sir Duncan the Tall wouldn't have gone through all of this, he wouldn't have been a good knight.
Yeah,
it was
but
the
like
harsh
he
circumstances that made this
Okay,
guy out of him.
but Sir Alan of Penetry used to like he's always drunk, and he's always like he wakes
Yeah,
up
the
he
fir-
wakes
the
up
first-
just like Trevor from GTA 5. He feels like the
I
same
get that.
character.
I get that. I'm not saying he's a good person. I'm saying
Yeah.
the circumstances that Sir Duncan was put under is what made him the
Like-
knight he is.
Even when he helped him from those two people when he was with when they showed you when he was little, Duncan. When he comes and he was drunk, he helped him and he was drunk.
Yeah, he was
He's always drunk.
Yeah,
He's not
but
a
like,
good mentor.
I get that. I didn't say he's the best mentor. I said that him being like that is what actually made Sir Duncan.
Yeah, maybe. Dunk would survive in the main Game of Thrones timeline.
I agree.
I disagree.
You disagree?
How would that guy survive?
Look, we're seeing right now we're seeing the version of Sir Duncan.
Okay, like up until now.
Up until now, of course
Yeah.
not.
Yeah, up until now.
But
I
like
mean, up season 1.
But like, have you seen the guy? He's like 3 meters tall, man.
yeah, I know, but like up until now.
I have a couple of questions that you're gonna like, by
But
the way.
up until what we've seen from that show, I don't think he would survive based on that.
Okay, fair.
It was one battle.
Okay.
Like the 7 versus 7, and he almost died.
But like, by the way, Aerys Targaryen, in the books, they say he's one of the greatest fighters.
Oh.
So
Yeah. No, I mean up until now.
yeah, he did take it's stick into his.
Yeah.
He got beat so bad, man.
And the lack of dragons and massive battles makes the show better and more realistic.
Agree.
I agree.
I agree to
Yep.
that. Yeah.
Next
I
one.
didn't want any dragons. I didn't want
Yeah, same.
that these main
exactly.
events.
I wanted a grounded story.
No
And,
spectacles.
and this is what they gave us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Perfect.
And the last one, the show would work as a standalone without any knowledge of Game of Thrones.
It would.
I agree.
It
Yep.
would. Work.
This is how it felt for me.
Yeah, this is how it felt for me too.
Yeah.
Look, you might have had this hype because a couple of stories out there in terms of the Targaryens and the Game of Thrones franchise. But like, if you didn't know anything,
Yeah.
this would be a really good watch.
Yep.
Okay, I have
These
a couple
were
of questions
the
from
great
my
series.
side too.
Go ahead.
Since you did actually ask that right now, what's a better concept, a grounded storytelling or high fantasy spectacles? What do you think is better?
A grounded story.
Grounded story is better.
Because come on, like, look at the Penguin, look at that show, look at Andor. It's always the grounded stories, the character that you didn't think at some point that he's going to be that important,
Okay.
and he turns out to be like to have an insane show. It's
Fair.
always
Yeah, fair. Egg, is he a future legend or just a kid?
I think he's going to turn out a lot like
Maker?
Daenerys.
Daenerys.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's all the Targaryens.
You
And
that-
you wanted
You and
Daenerys
that
to be a good person.
Baylor was a good person. He's a Targaryen.
He died.
That's a spoiler, guys.
We already spoiled it.
Okay. What do you think is more interesting, tourneys or politics in the show?
It's the politics.
You always go with the politics.
I mean, look at Andor. Like,
Okay, I
come
get
on,
it, but-
what's more interesting, the lightsabers or the politics in Star Wars?
politics. Fair.
It's always the politics in series, because each, like in medieval times, there are different politics. In Star Wars, like it's an intergalactic kind of, there are different politics. Like each universe has their own different politics, and that's
Yeah.
what makes it interesting.
Yeah. Honor gets you killed in Westeros. Agree or disagree?
Agree.
Agree. Ned Stark.
Baylor.
Ned Stark.
Ned Stark, Baylor, like all of them.
I'm surprised Jon Snow still he was still alive.
Yeah.
Dunk versus Jon Snow, who's the better knight?
It's Jon Snow.
Jon Snow?
Yeah.
Dude, he's like
Okay,
1/3 of his.
Dunk is
Like you could
bigger.
slap him.
Dunk is bigger, but Gregor Clegane. What?
Sir Gregor Clegane.
Gregor Clegane.
I have that too here.
Yeah.
Would, like Dunk versus Sir Gregor Clegane. Who's winning?
That's interesting. I think it's
The Mountain. I'm talking about the Mountain.
yeah, the mountain. Actually, the Viper almost killed the mountain.
Exactly. But like
So
the
I
Viper.
think-
Yeah, but he got his head squished, man.
So I
Is
think
it
the
Dunk?
Viper almost killed the mountain. So I think that the Sir Duncan the Tall has a chance. He could kill.
Yeah, but Jon
Gregor
Snow.
Clegane.
But he doesn't have a chance against Jon Snow.
Jon Snow stood in front
You-
of in front of an army, and he stood and he
Okay,
fought.
okay.
Yeah.
Battle of the Bastards right now is the highest rated episode ever. So I'm gonna go with yes.
Actually, no, it's Invincible.
It's 9.9. They both of them are 9.9.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. You go cry in the corner.
I'm gonna review Bomb Battle of the Bastards, so Invincible is
Do you
still.
think this series
Yeah.
works better as a limited series or multiple seasons?
I would have preferred if it was a limited series,
Okay, I
Yeah.
get you.
because I'm scared that they will.
They would, mess it up
Yeah.
at some point. Fair.
Yeah.
Would you rather travel with Duncan or Tyrion?
Interesting. Each one has like a very different character, so
I'd go with Tyrion, man.
Yeah,
Tyrion is so funny.
yeah. You would laugh and you would learn.
Exactly.
He's always teaching you
He's
stuff.
always teaching
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
He's the wise man.
Yeah.
And at last, there's another 1v1, Dunk versus the Hound.
It's Dunk.
Dunk?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, look, Brienne of Tarth actually
Yeah.
beat the Hound.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Mountain is stronger than the Hound.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's her.
But like at this point, I think they would beat his ass.
Yeah.
Maybe when he's,
Yeah, no, at
worthy
this point,
of his,
yeah, he's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead against all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. Yeah, so do you have anything else to add?
No, I'm done. I think we're done
Yeah.
for this episode.
This was it, guys. Tell us what you think in the comments. If you've watched Night of the Seven Kingdoms, tell us what you think, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next episode.